Before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get Cashback, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today we're going to talk about the two major things that can help you get your credit back on track and to stay on track. Alright, this is your road to getting over 700 FICO scores, or I would say to that 680 range and above, where you can just qualify for anything. But just remember, I always say it's not necessarily the score, but your profile behind the score. Okay, so a 680 with a good looking profile will get you a lot more than a 750 and a thin profile. Okay, just letting you know, I had a 787 and a thin profile and I was still getting denied. But then again, I had less than a 680. I ended up getting auto loans, real estate loans, credit limit increases, and all that type of stuff. You know, $5,000 plus credit cards. I got all of that. But before we go into this, if you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports for all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your vehicle, you can click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below. And that way you can use the hire car to then Wealth Dash by clicking the Wealth Dasher link and still make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time. You want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500? Click the Be Free link in the description below. And while you're doing all this online shopping, you can get cash back by clicking the Cashback link in the description below. Now let's continue. Again, these are the two things that's going to get you where you need to be in your credit scores and higher moving forward. But you also have to round out your profile. But I'll talk about that briefly as we go along, because I think I talked about the profile before. Alright? But these are the two things you have to do. You have to pay your bills on time, and you have to keep your utilization low. Let me say that again. You have to pay your bills on time. All your bills, not just your credit card, all your bills. But you have to keep your credit card utilization low. Now, not only the credit card utilization, because that matters, but if you have a line of credit, not a loan, but a line of credit that's used like a credit card for a checking account, if you will, you have to keep that utilization low too, because that's going to affect your utilization just the same. So it's your credit card utilization and your line of credit utilization. You have to keep that low, and they prefer it to be under 10%. So let's get into that. Okay, here's my score. Remember, I showed you not too long ago that my score went down because the utilization on one of my credit cards went up. I actually had a video about that. It shows that the credit limit increase and high utilization affects my credit scores. Okay, this is my FICO 8 Experian, and it went down 12 points. But I had a good credit limit increase of $6,000 that brought me from 3 to 9,000. That boosted my credit score up. But the effect was, or the impact was, the high utilization. If I got, let's just say I got 3 to 4 points for having a credit limit increase of $6,000, they probably dropped me a total of 16 points. So the 12 points hit, and I went down 12 points from where I was. Okay, that's pretty much how that worked. It probably could have been worse, but because I got that credit limit increase, the high utilization on that one card with the credit limit increase didn't affect me as much as it would have if I never got that credit limit increase and just had a 44% utilization. We're gonna get into this, the score ingredients. Okay, as you see here, here are the ingredients. Here are the two biggest. All of these matter. The length of credit, amount of new credit, and credit mix, that does matter. But these two right here, payment history, 35% that you paying your bills on time, and this amount of debt with this, which is the utilization, this matters the most. This matters the most. And I'm going to show you what happened to me in a minute, and you will understand what I'm talking about. Now, again, of course, you don't want any derogatories. That's going to kill your credit. It's going to kill your credit, and that's really not affected right here. But you have any derogatories like late payments. Well, late payment is not really a derogatory per se, but late payment, because that's going to affect this, it's going to kill you. But we're talking about collections. If you got collections and closed accounts due to charge-offs and things like that, that's going to murder your score. But you can get around it, and it's going to take time, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But that's going to kill your score. Murder it is going to, we're talking about drops of 15, 20, 30 points at a time, especially the later you are. And once that charge-off hit, we're talking about 40 points easy. Okay? But you can get some of those points back really fast. Again, I'm going to show you that in a minute. But here it is with the payment history. You have to pay your bills on time. How you've paid your bills in the past, whether you've paid on time or late or missed payments, is a very important category of credit data for the FICO score. The more severe, recent, and frequent the late payment information, the greater the impact on a FICO score. Okay, so that's the payment history. Again, you got to pay your bills on time, people. See, mine, the payment history is good. The reason my payment history is good because I do have some late pays. All right, they say it right here, as you see it, 4 late payments, 30 plus days. So I do have some late payments, but they're old though. I haven't had a late payment in almost 2 years. It's 22 months now. So in 2 months, it's not really going to affect my score nowhere near as much as it's doing now. It's going to have very, very little effect because they go back 24 months mainly. But so in March, my credit should go up just a little more because the late payment is not going to affect it as much. All right. I'm talking about March of 2022 in case when you're watching it. So March of 22, that's when it's going to, take way less effect because I'll be past that 24-month mark. All right. So I have 4 late payments, 30 plus days. And like I said, that was almost 2 years ago, about 22 months ago. I have no collections, by the way. You see that? Right? So then you got the amount of debt. So the amount of debt, which is your utilization. All right. The amount of credit you're using is a very important category of credit data for the FICO score. FICO score is considered the total balance owed, how many accounts have balances, and how much of your available credit you're using. So my amount of debt was good. This was very good until last week, but this was very good. Very good. But now it shows my utilization, my revolving utilization is at 41%. Accounts with balances 4. Now this is actually kind of a, how can I say it? This is not really true. It's really talking about my highest limit credit card, which is my Navy Federal Cash Rewards card. All right. But my actual overall utilization is 29%. But my highest card is at 44%. So it's taking into effect the highest card I have, and then it's factoring the other ones. So we're talking about 41% utilization, all right? You know what? Let me go back and say that. I just thought about it. What this is talking about, let me correct what I just said. What this is talking about my two cards that I have for myself. Remember, the Amex card, I'm an authorized user on. I had to really think about this. That's why I had to, retrace what I just said. So apologize for that. This is taking into account that I have a $9,000 credit card with a 44% utilization, and then I have a 6% credit card, all right, with only $900 on it. So it's a $900 credit card, and I got that at 6%. But I have a $9,000 credit card that's 9 times the other card, and that has a 44% utilization. So it's taking just into account those two cards. But I do have the card that I'm an authorized user on with a 3 to 4% balance. I think 3 to 4% utilization on it. That's $5,000 Amex card that I'm an authorized user on. So that goes into effect of my overall utilization. But as far as me personally, it's showing a 41% utilization because of the two cards, the $900 card and the $9,000 card. All right. And the $9,000 card is the one with the 44% utilization. But I'm going to get that down. All right. So these are the two biggest things. If you can get these under control, then you're good. If you have high utilization like on my card, once I start getting that card down, it's going to boost up. Even if you have late payments, you got to start making your payments, and I'm going to show you an example of that right now. And that's an example of me making payments and getting my utilization down at the same exact time. Okay, so we're going to go over here. And we're going to scroll all the way down here to December 27th, 2019. You're probably wondering why I'm going all the way back then. I'm going to show you in a second. But December 18th, you see, I had late payments on my Capital One card. I had late payments, almost 3 late payments. I was past due 3 months. See that? A First Premier card was 90 days past due, and they decreased my score. Here's another. My other First Premier card was past due. So I had 2 First Premier cards past due, and my Capital One card was past due 3 months. So all these cards were 3 months. All 3 of these cards were 3 months. I kept my Navy Federal card good though, but these 3 cards, my 2 First Premiers and my Capital One, was 3 months past due. And look what happened. I'm gonna show you my score back in 2019, December 27th. All right, check this out. I was at a 461. 461. It decreased 14 points because of that, because of what I was doing. 461. That's where I was at. This is where I was at. All right. I was right here. 461. Okay. Then I made a couple of payments. Right. So they gave me 23 points. Once you start paying, you'll be all right. So they gave me 23 points. So now I'm up to 484. Okay. So I'm up to 484. This was in January 9th. This was January 9th. Okay. But I'm still late. Right. But I'm still late. They gave me. So I'm still late. All right. So January 9th, they gave me 23 points. I'm still late. As you see, I'm still late. Still late. 120 days now. Capital One closed my account January 19th. They closed it. They say we're not dealing with you anymore. Look at that. They closed my account. I'm 120 days past due right here. And then it decreased 14 points again. So now I'm back down to 470. This was January 24th. Look at that. January 24th. I'm at 470. Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. Look at this. Still 120 days past due. I'm not learning my lesson yet. Collections added. Nationwide recovery collections account. Boom. Collections I'm hitting me with collections now. Alright. These are collections. Nationwide recovery. See what this is. I believe this was a medical bill. This was a medical bill. Nationwide recovery. It's hit me. Boom. Boom. Getting crushed right now. All right. I'm already 120 days past due. So I made some payments. I made a payment. So now I jump up 16 points. Now I'm at 46. So I made a payment on something. So when you pay, like I said, when you start bringing that utilization down just a little bit, you making payments, they'll hook you up. Because remember, I'm still paying my Navy Federal card on time. I'm paying that on time. But I'm at a high utilization. I'm thinking around this time I'm at like $900. My card was only $1,000 at the time. I was at $1,000 at the time. I'm making smaller payments, make 20, 30, 40 bucks. I'm keeping that card paid. Then I pay down maybe the capital, the First Premier, so they won't close the account and all that crazy stuff, right? So I'm doing like little stuff here and there. So I'm up at 486, right? So I'm showing you how this works, all right? Capital One still saying I'm 120 days past due, but they closed the account already. They already closed it. Haven't done anything yet. I'm calling them. First Premier charge off a card. That's that charge off card I showed you before. My first Premier card. The other with the $700 I got, that's the one I got up to $900. But this one got charged off, okay? Then they reopened it for me too. They reopened it. So they charged this off. So I decreased another 14. So whatever the little 14 points I got, they took it back. Now I'm at 472. So then it increased again. 14 points. Back up to 46. Making little payments here and there. Alright? This is in March. This is around the time I got my settlement. So now I'm making payments. Alright? 46. Now, they had opened my account again. They reclosed it because I didn't make that payment in time like I supposed to have. Alright? So they charged it off. All right, so now we're moving forward. Now I'm about to start making payments. Watch this. This is all in 2020. First Premier has reported positive activity on your account. It's current. March 31. Now I'm current. Get it down. This was I got all the way down to 338. All right, 338. All the way down to 338. All right. Look at that. Your First Premier bank account credit usage significantly decreased to 48.29%. So look at that. 48.29%. Significantly decreased. Remember, I went down to 338. Okay, still decreasing, 472, because I got that charge off now. So still decrease. I got that charge off for the other First Premier card, not this one, but the other one. But then check this out. See them payments? Now my score jumped. Look, it just decreased on the second. Just decreased to 472. But then it hits the next day, 37 points. Boom. This is because I'm starting to make payments and I'm bringing down utilization. 37 points. Went from 472 to 509. Okay? So this is what I'm doing. This is how you can do that. 472 to 509. Now this is my account. This is me. Fed loan has, remember I told my student loan was bad. So now it's reporting positive activity. So now I'm starting to pay. Starting to pay my student loans now. Previous status late. Current status. Look at that. Look how little that is. But when you don't have any money, you're trying to figure things out. This is what happens. Okay. So then, my FICO score increased 57 points. This is April 16th. Remember, I was just at 472 in March. Right? Now I jumped up another 57 points. Now I'm at 566. This is the power of getting your payments up and getting your utilization down. Getting your payments up and your utilization down. I haven't even started getting I haven't even started to get the collections off yet. All right, haven't started to get the collections off yet. But this is me working it. All right, this is me just paying my stuff down and making payments. All right, this is all this is. You're making payments on everything, get my stuff down. I haven't even got the collections off yet. All right. Now, it's closed, but I'm paying my Capital One. This is why Capital One like me. They never charged me off. They just closed the account. And I just started making payments. I talked to them and they said, just go ahead and make your payments. So I just started making payments like the account is still open, even though it's closed. See? Previous status late. Current status is just closed now. They just reported it's closed. That's all it is. It's not reporting anything negative now. It's just saying it's closed. So I'm just paying it. Right? But this video quite long, but I want to show you the power of what I'm doing. All right. Look at that. Navy Federal Credit Union accounts credit usage significantly decreased to 6.30%. All right. Check this out. Navy Federal, $1,000 limit. My previous usage was 98.4%. I got it down to 6.3. See that? It was at 98.4. I had $984 on this card. It was only $1,000. I got it down to 6.3. Okay? That's what's happening. There you go. First Premier, I got it down again to 19.29%. This was May 1st. See that? I got it down. It was $700. It was at 48. Now I'm down at 19.29. So this is the power of getting your stuff together. And then it increased by 15 points. So now I'm at 581. I'm pushing 600 now. This is May 1st. This is May 1st. Okay. All right. So now we got good news. Your credit rating has changed from poor to fair. So now I'm at the fair range. See at 581. May 1st. A couple of months. So this can happen quickly. Of course, I looked at this with some stuff ran against the dark web. I'm not too worried about that. I took care of that. All right. So check this out. Now I increased another 13 points. Sorry if you guys hear a lawnmower in the background. Somebody there cutting their grass. So now I jumped another 13 points. This is just me paying my bills, making payments, getting my utilization down. All right. So this is the settlement I did. It's the settlement I did with First Premier, and they got this wrong on my credit report, but I settled. Now my balance is 0. Okay, so I took care of that. Now the settlement helped, but it also shows, it helps because it showed that you paid, but it's also a negative at the same time. Okay. Now let me see. They reported a new account. Why did they do that? I don't get that. Okay, so the Small Business Administration. This is when I applied for the EIDL last year. All right. So then we're going to go here. Sorry if the video taking long. I'm just showing you how this works. Now I increased 3 points. All right. Just 3 points. Now I'm at 597. I'm pushing that 600 mark. I'm pushing it. But it's just, again, it's just me paying my bills. Now I increased another 5 points. Not even a month later. So now I'm at 602. All right. I went down 7 points. I don't know why I went down 7 points. I couldn't tell you right now, but something probably happened. Maybe I got an inquiry or something or what. I'm not sure. Maybe that was from the from when the who was that? When the SBA ran my score. That's probably what that was. But it decreased 7 points. Then I dispute. This is when I was disputing stuff. Okay, was I disputing at the time? Okay, I was disputing Santander. Okay, now this is when I started doing my disputes. All right, now you're gonna start seeing some jumps with these disputes. I'm gonna go into this a little later about the disputes. Okay, I'm gonna go into the results about these disputes. but I got a lot of stuff removed from disputes, and then you get increases when you get stuff removed. All right, so I'm at 607 and so forth. But now as you see my journey, you see my journey all of last year. I was just doing stuff, paying stuff, disputing stuff. But the biggest thing you can do is pay your bills on time and get your utilization down. That's the biggest thing you can do. Okay, and that's all I've been doing, was working that system. Okay, look at that, increase another 5 points. So I'm inching up, 613. All right. So look at that. This is when you're doing addresses and stuff like that. So I'm just doing stuff now at this point. I'm just showing you different things that happens. The dispute is ready. FICO score increased 4 points. Now I'm at 617. See how that's growing? I'm growing. This is when NCB. This is when they reported some stuff on me. It's like you know. So then this is actually a collection that got added. I don't know which one this is. Let me see which one this is. Yeah, this is a medical bill. This is when the medical bill got added. Okay, so medical bill got added to TransUnion, got added to Equifax, and I disputed this stuff, so it decreased me. You know, I'm getting decreased. Then I have an increase of 15. So I think I got it. One of these things removed right away, and it just increased me. So it's increasing 2 points. I'm at 626. So these are disputes I opened. Stuff got removed and all that. So this is just what happens. All right. This is what happens when you're going through the credit journey. All right. So again, this is what I'm looking at. Oh, hold on. Wait. Let me see that. Where that jump at? Where's that jump at? Let's go down. All right. So now I got a jump of 29 points right here. Right here. Account dispute updated. This is when I got this. So this was removed. I got the RGS removed. That was a financial one. I got that removed. So I got that removed. And then I jumped 29 points. So now I'm at 655. Yep, jumped 29 points, 655. Okay, there it is. There it is. I had another dispute. And what you also notice, 659, what you'll also notice is when you're transitioning into a new, they call it buckets. When you're transferring into a new bucket, your score also dropped in. Your score also dropped in. So my score also dropped when I paid off my student loan. It dropped. Okay. So now you're seeing all this stuff right here happening. Increased by 15 points. I'm at 674. So this is when it started happening. All right. So I got all the way up to 690. Yep. So this is when you start getting into new buckets, because then it decreased by 34 points. This is when I paid off my student loan, so I got hit into a new bucket. All right. So it says student loan paid, so decreased another 14 points. Then I started increasing again. So you start getting into new buckets when you start growing your credit score. Start doing your activities. Start getting new accounts. You know, so they start rebucketing you, putting you in other categories. You can go higher and higher and higher. That's pretty much all that's happening right now. All right, pretty much what's happening. So I'm at 665. This was March. Another 4 points. 669. So again, I'm getting rebucketed. I'm redoing things. I'm adding new accounts. You know, this is around the time I get the auto loans and all that stuff. You know, credit limit increases and all of that. See, I'm doing all this stuff. See this? It's just, I'm all around the place trying to get my credit up to par. Okay. So that's pretty much how that works. All right. So again, if you would like to know your FICO scores, just go ahead and click the credit monitoring link in the description below. That way you can get all three of your FICO scores and your reports. You can see what's on. You can start doing what I just did. I just showed you how you build your credit score. I was all the way in the 460s. 460s, you saw it for yourself. I was in the 460s. Now I'm all the way up to 675. Actually, well, 674. 675. I'm already at 675. I went from the 460s to 690. Now I'm at 675. And you can do that on your own. I didn't hire an expert. I did this myself. I don't go into that whole different type of letters, 609 letters. I don't do those little things. I just do what I know you can do. I know you can dispute stuff, and I know how you can, how you word it. And so I use that to my advantage. You know, I may not sound like the most professional person on the planet, but I know what I'm talking about and I know what to do. I'm not an expert. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a credit expert. I'm not. But I learn about different things and I take action and do it myself and get it done. Okay? So again, hope this was informative for you. Hope you got motivation by seeing what I was doing. Hope it prompts you to go ahead and take control of your credit. All right? And thanks for watching. All right? If you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports from all three bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own vehicle, then click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below. And that way you can hire a car and use that vehicle to then Wealth Dash and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. And if you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, click the Cashback link in the description below. Like, share the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's Oasis, and until the next video, let's get this money.